Hi. I wanted to make a quick video about how I was going about trying to make the monolingual transition for Japanese. I've seen a lot of people talk about the monolingual transition, how to do the monolingual transition. How to start using monolingual dictionaries. So you're learning Japanese in Japanese, and a lot of tips about it. But none of them really worked out for me. It's something I've been struggling with for a few months. But I found myself having a lot of trouble when I was trying to make the transition with Yomi-chan. At first, I tried just having the monolingual definitions, but that really didn't work out for me too well because I had too much trouble understanding the definitions, and it just slowed everything down. I had trouble sentence mining because I didn't want to mine something if I didn't understand the definition for it. It just slowed the entire process down. It wasn't fun at all. I then tried having English definitions at the bottom of the list of dictionaries, so you can change the order of dictionaries, and I'd have the English one way down here or something. But more often than not, I would just end up scrolling down to find the English definition before I even tried reading the Japanese definition, which defeated the entire purpose. And then I tried configuring a profile to activate when I scanned words in the definition. In an effort to, try to help myself understand the definition, so you can set it to pop up if you're scanning inside the definition. But that was also really a hassle, and there was still the problem of if I mined a sentence with a definition for a word that I didn't understand by itself, if I came across it in review and I didn't understand the definition for the word, it's not helpful at all. But I think I finally have found a good workflow for it. So actually, really what you need to do instead, well, first off, let me show how you can configure it. So if you go in Yomi-chan and the Yomi-chan settings, you can have your default profile, and in here you can have just activate the monolingual definitions, and then you can have the pitch accents as well. Hey, future editing me here. I just realized I didn't actually show how to get the pop-up thing for if you want to look up words in the definition in Yomi-chan. So what you want to do is go to Configure Profiles. This is actually where you'll add a profile as well. So yeah, you can make that. You can just duplicate one that you already have. Yeah, remove that. And then what you want to do is come over here to conditions, and add this condition if pop level greater than 0. And then that way it'll only pop up when you are searching inside of a definition. Yeah, so it won't pop up if you're looking on a web page like that. So yeah. And then you can also have a second one, I've called it recursive, that you have the English definitions active and turned on. Now you might be thinking, so wait a minute, you just said you were having trouble with that. What are you going to do? So I'm using Yomi-chan. So let's say you wanted to look up this word right here. This one. So what you could do is, did it actually copy to clipboard? Okay, here we go. So what you could do is, you come over to the definition as normal, and you see if you actually understand one of these definitions. Well, if you can't, then actually in most of these dictionaries I've noticed that they include the word in the definition. Now, you can't scan it up here, but if you go to the Kanjium pitch accents, which you might do that a lot, and you use whatever your key is for that, you can actually look up the definition right there. And then even better than that, you can still make a card for it from inside of this pop-up with the same format that you normally use. So let's do that, and then I would use CM to get the audio from there and picture from there. Now you might notice that the expression is from the definition in Yomi-chan. But if you're using this MPVacious workflow, the sentence that it's from will still be copied on the clipboard. So all you have to do is just go here, Command A, Command V, delete that, just let it, yeah. And you're good to go. You got a great card, but you don't run into the problem where you have the definitions sentence in there because you just copy it straight over from the MPVacious, and this way it's not too much of a hassle to make the monolingual transition. Now maybe someone else has come up with this before. I haven't seen anyone do anything or post anything like this, but yeah, that was the workflow I'm trying out. We'll see how it works out.